So, you're thinking about traveling solo and you're wondering where you should go. Well, this is the perfect video for you. As someone who's been solo traveling for years, I've definitely visited some awesome destinations on my own. And honestly, taking solo trips can be one of the most rewarding, eye-opening experiences ever. And that's why in today's video, I'm sharing 9 of my favorite solo travel destinations that you should have on your radar. This includes countries that are safe, but also ones with tons of unique experiences and adventures, even when you're flying solo. And stick around because at the end of the video, I'm going to share some really helpful tips that I've used to really enhance my solo travel experience, from finding friends to making sure I'm choosing the right cities, and some tips you're definitely going to want to use as well. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so my first favorite solo travel destination is Greece, and I'll explain why because there are quite a few reasons. Really, when it comes to Greece, you get a place that is safe, social, and full of so many cool activities that you can do based on the vibe you're kind of looking for. I mean, for starters, you can go to Athens, the capital city. It's full of history, amazing hostels and hotels, great walking tours, amazing museums, and really good food. If you want something a little bit more laid back or where you can kind of choose your own adventure, you can also check out Crete. This island is so amazing. It honestly has some beautiful beaches, some really nice small towns, some historical towns as well. And again, you can kind of just choose your own adventure on Crete, drive around and figure out what you want to do. Then, of course, there's the Instagram places. There's Santorini, there's Mykonos. You can go to areas where there's more partying. You can go on yacht or sailing tours. You can just go find beach clubs or private beaches or public beaches and just have a chill afternoon. Greece is honestly full of so many different paths you can take to have an amazing time. And I'll also say it's incredibly safe, and Greek people are some of the nicest people I've ever met, who have amazing hospitality. It's also very easy to navigate Greece. You can just hop on ferries without paying that much money, explore different islands. Domestic flights are also pretty affordable. So again, very easy to navigate when you're traveling solo. The food is also top notch, especially if you like seafood or if you like some Greek desserts or if you like olives. Honestly, my time in Greece one summer was so enjoyable and people are so friendly, and it's a very safe, welcoming country. All right, guys, now if there's one thing you have to ensure when you're traveling abroad, it's that you stay connected. This is especially true for solo travelers. After all, you need data to make sure you can navigate around new places and also keep in touch with people back home. And guys, right now I'm exploring Turkey, and to make sure I stay connected on my adventures without spending a fortune, I use Airlo, the sponsor of today's video. So Airlo is the world's first eSIM store that's used by over 20 million travelers, and it works in over 200 countries and lets you easily download and use eSIMs so you're connected during your travels. Now guys, I've actually been using Airlo for years, ever since I became a digital nomad, so I was pretty happy when they reached out to partner on today's video. And I just downloaded a Turkish eSIM. It's incredibly affordable, it's so easy to set up, like it takes a minute or two, and it's super beginner friendly even if you've never used an eSIM before. What's also nice is that if you ever have trouble or you need some assistance, you can contact Airlo customer support through WhatsApp, and they're super speedy and really helpful. Now, I've also bought physical eSIMs in the past, but they can be super expensive, especially if you get them at the airport, which is why I always recommend using a company like Airlo instead. You can get started by downloading the free Airlo app, and you can actually get a discount on your first eSIM purchase by using the discount code ECONOMICS3 when you check out. Again, an eSIM is really super simple, and it is a must-have for travelers in my opinion, so I'll be linking Airlo down below. There'll be a QR code on screen somewhere as well that you can scan. And again, you can use that discount code to get yourself a discount while helping to support the channel. And thanks to Airlo for sponsoring today's video. All right, guys, and the second solo travel destination I really enjoyed and recommend is the United Arab Emirates. Now, I'm mostly going to talk about Dubai in this example, although areas like Abu Dhabi are also very nice to visit. But Dubai is certainly one of the easiest places to travel solo, and I'll explain why. I spent a couple months living in Dubai over the pandemic because it was open, whereas my home country was completely shut down, and I really enjoyed my time there. And here's the thing about Dubai. It is so manufactured that you know the exact experience you're gonna get, which can be really good if you're a solo traveler looking for some predictability. I mean, in Dubai, you can explore futuristic skyscrapers, you can go on desert safaris. The mall even has an aquarium and a skiing slope. Like, Dubai is full of so many crazy things where you basically pay some amount of money and you get an experience that you know exactly what you're walking into. It's also incredibly safe. Like there's essentially no crime in the touristy areas of Dubai because people who commit crimes kind of disappear for the rest of their lives. So as long as you are respectful and you don't do anything crazy and you don't commit crimes, again, very safe, stable place for tourists. And one thing I liked about Dubai as a solo traveler, not as someone who would ever want to live there, is that you meet people from all over the world. In fact, most people in Dubai are not born in the UAE. It is a very transitory place. You have business people there, you have influencers, you have solo travelers and backpackers, people from all over, all walks of life living in Dubai. Now, I will say I don't like it long-term because of how transitory it is. It's difficult to make long-lasting friendships because people are in and out of the place. But if you're curious about checking out the United Arab Emirates, I would start in Dubai and then go to Abu Dhabi. I had a fun time there. The desert safari was fun. I went skydiving. I did meet some really cool people. I worked on my business while I was there. So again, productive, interesting, kind of strange place, but it's very safe. All right, guys, and my third favorite solo travel destination is Mexico. And Mexico is really a super popular solo travel destination. And I've met so many people there who are backpacking or they're digital nomads or they're just there for an extended holiday and they're completely solo. And really, Mexico is another country where you can choose your own adventure just because of how diverse it is. And on top of that, the people are so friendly and the food is amazing. But yeah, there's tons of different regions you can consider for your solo travel adventure. Of course, there's areas like Playa del Carmen or Tulum where you have tons of expats and solo travelers. There's a big fitness scene, a digital nomad scene, and of course, a party scene in this area. If you want something that's a bit more interesting or maybe not so much of a party scene, you could consider Mexico City. There's a digital nomad and expat community here, amazing world-class restaurants, museums, cultural things to see. Again, it is one of the largest and most interesting cities in the entire world. Or you could check out somewhere like Oaxaca if you're looking for something a bit more chill, a little bit more artsy, and something that has a really deep cultural heritage and importance in Mexico. This is just scratching the surface. I've been to Mexico a few times and I still have so much more of the country to explore. But again, it is an amazing country. The people are so friendly. It's relatively affordable. It's not the cheapest destination in the world, but again, the people are so nice. And if you like Mexican food, you are definitely going to have a good time. All right, guys. And the fourth solo travel destination I wanted to cover is Singapore. Now, I only spent a couple of days in Singapore, and this is what I would recommend most people do. And it's a great base for starting and then exploring other parts of Asia. But Singapore is honestly an amazing place. I mean, it is an ultra modern city with amazing public transportation, really great food, and super high levels of safety. I mean, just walking around and navigating is very pleasant. Everything is clean, it functions well, people are nice, people speak English as well, which is always helpful. There's also lots of fun to be had in just a couple of days you might spend in Singapore. Personally, I really enjoyed walking around the botanical gardens, and I also love just walking around the hawker center and trying different food like Peking duck and trying different Asian dishes and dishes from all over the world. There's some interesting cultural influences in Singapore, and the food scene is honestly excellent. Now, I tried some other things while I was there. I went to an art exhibit. It was honestly the worst thing I'd ever seen, so take that with a grain of salt. I think the food and kind of just seeing what the city looks like is honestly one of the main reasons to go there, and it's an excellent base, like I mentioned, for visiting other parts of Asia afterwards, which I'll cover in this video. All right, guys, and the fifth solo travel destination I recommend is Portugal. Now, I spent several weeks in Portugal, first with my family and some friends, and then solo for a couple of weeks as well. And honestly, it is another safe and easy to navigate place with tons of adventures you can have as a solo traveler. So first off, of course, you could start in Lisbon, the capital city. Lisbon is honestly a very picturesque place. There's also tons of expats, backpackers, digital nomads, and people from all over the world as well. And it's relatively easy to meet people and make friends. I also really enjoyed Porto for a couple of days. It is so photogenic, it's so chill and laid back, and you can walk along and eat some good food, drink some wine, kind of relax and reset. Again, a very beautiful area. Sintra is also amazing, and then there's the Douro Valley wine region too. You can go to coastal regions of Portugal, you can stick to more of the city centers. Again, there are so many different places you can check out, and it's also more affordable than many places in Western Europe. I personally really enjoyed the food, particularly the seafood, and then some of the desserts are also pretty famous and very, very good. And the wine is also excellent. All right, guys, and the sixth solo travel destination I recommend is going to Croatia. Now, Croatia is certainly a very popular tourist destination. This isn't a hidden secret by any means, but I do think it's a country that is very good for solo travel. And again, like Portugal, you have so many different cities or towns you can check out and really so many different flavors to explore. For example, you could head to Split, which is a relaxed coastal town with Roman ruins, great nightlife, and a very easy ferry system to access different islands. Or you could check out places like Dubrovnik for a couple of days. I went there, I loved it. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you'll definitely recognize the city. And again, it's kind of a medieval city and town with a lot of different areas to explore, and it's perfect for a couple of days of sightseeing. I also like checking out Stari Grad, which is another beautiful town you can visit too. And again, so many places in Croatia are nice because they kind of have a party scene if you're looking for that, if you're looking for nightlife and meeting other solo travelers. And then they also have a chill out beach scene where if you just want to be left alone and relax and recharge, you can do that as well. It's also very popular for younger travelers. That's one thing I noticed as well. There are so many cruises and tours going through Croatia. So again, if you want to party, if you want to meet people, and you're a solo traveler, I would definitely recommend checking out these experiences in Croatia. And as a quick bonus tip, if you want somewhere a little bit more laid back, less crowded, and more affordable, I recommend checking out Montenegro as well. All right, guys, and the 7th solo travel destination that I recommend is going to Thailand. Now, Thailand is really one of the original digital nomad destinations, backpacker destinations, and it still is to this day, and it's honestly a great place to go and visit. Now, one popular place people go is Chiang Mai, and this is really perfect if you're still working while you're traveling or you want to meet digital nomads and you're not looking to just sit on the beach every day and kind of party till the sun comes up. Now, if you are looking for more of a party scene or beaches or snorkeling, things like that, you could also check out Phuket, which is where I spent over a month and honestly really loved my time there. I was still working, I wasn't just partying or anything like that, but it's a very beautiful area. Or of course, you could go to Bangkok. You could spend time in the capital city. This is another place that's very common and popular for expats or nomads or people looking to spend a longer period of time in Thailand. Now, Thailand is great for solo travel. It's incredibly affordable. People are very friendly as well. Honestly, getting around is a little bit hectic at first while you're getting used to it, but then you get quite used to just using the local transportation options, booking rideshare apps, things like that. And because there's so many people visiting from around the world, it's quite easy to meet friends. You can stay in hostels, you can go to more party areas, you can find digital nomad groups online, or you could just go to a cafe and you'll meet people from all over the world. I also enjoy Thailand because the experiences and tours are very fun. Like you can go check out amazing islands or beautiful beaches or different cultural areas like the temples, or just go to food markets and honestly have a blast. All right, guys, and the 8th solo destination I wanted to cover in this video is Indonesia. And really, Indonesia is kind of a natural progression. Like if you go to Thailand and you really like it, you're probably going to think at some point, hey, I should probably go check out Indonesia. And this is exactly what I did a couple of years ago. Now, I will say I only spent about 10 days in Indonesia, I think, or maybe it was 12. It wasn't that long. And I only went to Bali, so I don't really have a fair view on Indonesia as a country. So just keep that in mind. But Bali was honestly awesome, and it's a very popular solo travel destination. Again, there's people in hostels, there's backpackers, there's nomads, there's expats, there's people there for surf camps, there's people there for spiritual yoga retreats. Really, any kind of flavor you want, you can probably find. Personally, I had fun surfing there, and I liked some of the day trips as well. There's waterfalls, you can go check out different beaches, there's the rice paddies and farms. Again, very interesting place. I had a lot of fun. Now, I will say that Bali is certainly getting very crowded. I've heard a lot of negative reviews as well from people who say it's not like it used to be. I went there 10 or 15 years ago and it was so much better. So again, prices are going up. It is more crowded. The traffic gets super hectic at times in certain areas. But really, if you want to dive into one of the most popular solo travel destinations in the world, you can start in Bali and you can then start exploring other parts of Indonesia. All right, guys, and the 9th and final solo travel destination I wanted to cover in this video is my own country of Canada. Now, Canada isn't necessarily the cheapest place to visit in the world, and in a lot of places you're going to need a car if you actually want to see anything, but really Canada has some of the most breathtaking nature in the world, in my opinion, that I think everyone should try to see once in their lifetime. For example, our province of Alberta is absolutely breathtaking, and if you like hiking and want to see some absolutely amazing mountains, you should definitely come visit Alberta. Areas like Banff are so picturesque, and this is really just scratching the surface of Alberta, but there are so many amazing summer hikes that you can take. If you're a fan of winter sports, it's also amazing to visit. It's a great ski area, a great snowboard area, and there is just so much to do and explore in Alberta. Cities like Vancouver are also very popular, and this offers ocean, mountains, and city life all in one place. And of course, one of my personal favorites is actually the city of Montreal, which is in the province of Quebec, which is the French-speaking part of Canada. And really, Montreal is awesome. It has a European feel without having to leave North America. There's amazing festivals, there's a great food scene, there's art galleries, and it's honestly just a very pretty city that you should visit in the summer. I'm not so sure about the winter over there. And really, it's such a vast country, I'm not really doing it service here. You could go out east if you want to check out different coastal areas of Canada. You could go up north if you want some really intense camping or to go off-grid. There are so many different opportunities. Now, one thing I will say is don't bother with Toronto. That city is overhyped. Please take my word for it. And secondly, I'll also say that the food scene in Canada isn't anything really to write home about, although it's very good in the French part of Canada. So again, just keep that in mind if you're a massive foodie. But anyways, guys, that does it for some of my favorite solo travel destinations that I recommend to others and some places where I've honestly had a very good time. Now, really quickly, just for a few tips to wrap up this video, I want to share how you can potentially find more friends while you travel or just kind of enhance your experience a little bit more and have a good time overall. Now, my first tip would be to check out Airbnb experiences. Honestly, some of the most fun I've had in countries has been when I basically take an Airbnb experience doing something really cool in the region that I probably wouldn't have found otherwise. I've gone on safaris, I've done walking tours, I've gone on really cool hikes, I've done different expeditions, and it's all been through booking with a local guide through Airbnb experiences. And I've found the process a lot more friendly and fun than using something like TripAdvisor or a travel agency. Now, my second tip for solo travelers would be to join different expat groups, nomad groups, or just activity groups you find on Facebook. This is again how I've made so many cool friends or just found really fun events as a solo traveler, and they're free to join. You just search that city, search for different groups on Facebook, join them. There's sometimes an approval process where the admin asks you a question, but then you get in and you can start making some connections. And finally, my third tip would be that if you're working while you're on the road, definitely check out different cafes or co-working spaces in the places you're visiting. This is another way to make a foreign place feel a little bit more friendly if you're kind of feeling lonely, and it's a great way to meet people from all over the world and make some really cool connections as well. But anyways, guys, that does it for 9 different solo travel destinations I've really enjoyed over the last 7+ years of kind of traveling to different places. Now, plenty of these places are great for couples or families to visit as well, but if you're flying solo and you're thinking about, hey, where should I go? Where could I have some fun? I hope this video helps you out. Now, if you have a favorite place you've been solo or if there's somewhere you recommend, I'd also love if you could leave a comment so other people could consider it as well. That really does it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day and week. I'll catch you guys in the next one.